Hello everyone, welcome to the channel, and I'm here for a top 3 list video for you guys. Now for this list, I'm going to be going over what I personally think are the top 3 best live albums of 2020. Now when it comes to live albums, I will admit I don't really listen to them a lot, but you know, sometimes I will if I'm in the mood for them, but it's not very often, of course. But I still like them though. Also, I'm not going to be doing these types of lists for more years to come, in case you guys are wondering if I'm going to do more live album lists for the next years to come. But no, that's not the case. I'm just going to do one for 2020. This is just going to be a one-off thing basically. So with that being said, this list is in no particular order, so let's go ahead and get started. So I think we'll start off with Metallica SM2, which is a pretty solid live album, I must say. Definitely very good. I really dig this one. I really like the way they perform some of these songs live. Of course, you got For Whom the Bell Tolls, Master of Puppets, Nothing Else Matters, Moth into Flame. I also really like the way they performed The Day That Never Comes. Pretty good stuff, but SM2, definitely very good. I mean, if you're into metal that incorporates orchestral stuff, definitely check out the album. Now, I've heard some people say that the first S&M album is a lot better, what is my stance on that? I'm not sure. That is something to think about, though. I'm not sure which one I like more, but they're both very good, though. I mean, this album is definitely still very solid. So, SM2 from Metallica. Next album I want to talk about is Iron Maiden, Legacy of the Beast, Nights of the Dead, live in Mexico City. Definitely a very solid live album. Definitely worthy of being in the top 3 live albums of the year. Yeah, I really like this one. I mean, it's well produced. It's a very well produced live album. So yeah, you got a lot of great songs on here, of course, like Aces High, Where Eagles Dare, 2 Minutes to Midnight, Sign of the Cross, Revelations, The Evil That Men Do. A lot of great songs on here, of course. So yeah, I really like this live album. I mean, I've heard some people say that Bruce's vocals sound rather tiring on this album, which I can definitely hear. I mean, I can definitely agree with that. But of course, with all that Bruce has been through, and he's getting older, I mean, can't really blame him entirely for the way his vocals are. I mean, he still does a very good job, and once again, it's a very good produced live album. I mean, this is one of Iron Maiden's best live albums, I'd say. I mean, probably my second favorite, just behind Live After Death. Now, Iron Maiden, they have a lot of live albums, and I think the majority of people would be okay if this ended up being their last live album. I mean, if we're being honest here. So this album had to make the list. So Legacy of the Beast, Nights of the Dead, live in Mexico City by Iron Maiden. This album had to make the list. Lastly, Dream Theater Distant Memories, live in London. Definitely one of the best live albums of the year. So yeah, definitely worth owning if you're a fan of Dream Theater, for sure. I mean, just the way they perform some of these songs live is just outstanding, of course. I mean, they performed the entirety of Metropolis Part 2, which is outstanding. You also got some songs from Distance Over Time on this album, which are done very well. And the production, pretty good. I mean, not the greatest in the world, but pretty good. I mean, very good live album. If you're a Dream Theater fan, check it out. I mean, this album, it had to make the list. So, Dream Theater, Distant Memories, live in London. So there you have it. That is my list for the top 3 best live albums of 2020. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with my list? What is your top 3? So with that being said, thanks for watching. Have a nice day and take care.